All right, I'm Mr. Anderson,
Hi, Mr. Cater.
Hi, I'm Mr. Meyering.
and we're here to welcome you to Algebra 2. This is an ACT prep course, and there's some things we're going to tell you about it to help you make this experience be better for you. First of all, things you're going to need are a graphing calculator. The grading for our class is going to be across the same as what it is in all your classes. We're going to be using an 80-20 model, where 80% of your grade is going to be summative and 20% of your grade is going to be formative. Of that 20%, we're going to break that apart into two parts, 10% homework and 10% section summaries, which are like quizzes. And then we have the next part, which is an e-sign-in at the very bottom. If you could work your way down to that part when you actually review our syllabus also, please make sure and sign that and give us any extra information that you have for us. That'd be very helpful.
All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about our synchronous meetings. So once you get to our Canvas course, what you'll find is at the very top of that course, we have some great information for you for each of our classes. And so when we meet together synchronously, what you'll find right away is at the very top, you see our meeting room. That is going to be the same link that you go to every single time that we have a meeting. And so click there and that's where you will find us. During that meeting, it's really important that you're on time so that we can get started right away, take advantage of all of our time that we have together. Because if you're a little late, what you're going to do is you're going to miss instructions, and then it's going to be really hard to get caught up. Okay, so once we are together, you are going to be doing a lot of work in base groups. And so we're going to meet twice a week, and you're going to meet with these base groups during that time. And so in order to find out more about that base group, you'll be able to figure out which group you're in by clicking on either one of those links or any of those links that you see for your classes. Right? And so when you're in a base group, this is a group that you're going to be working with for pretty much the entire trimester. So it's going to be long term. And so you're going to get to know each other and work well with each other throughout our course. And so once you are in your groups, or once you're in your meetings, you'll be able to see which group you're in by clicking on that, like Mr. Cater has up here right now. You'll find your name, you'll see who your group members are, and you'll be able to click on that base group where it says room 1, 2, 3, etc. And that's where you'll be working with your other classmates in a smaller group. And so that's going to be a great time for you to work together, collaborate, and learn more about each other. When we are meeting together, it's important that you have your microphones off to begin with so that we can make sure that we can get started right away. Use the chat feature to ask questions. We plan on recording our meetings so that we can go back to anything that we need to answer more questions about.
All right. I want to show everybody how to get into Canvas. If you're unfamiliar with that, you can go to the Jefferson website. You can click on BPS Login. When you click that BPS Login button, it'll take you to your sign-in page. When you hit your sign-in page, you can hit the Go button and sign in with all of your regular sign-in information. And then your tiles are going to show up and you're going to click on Canvas. When you click on Canvas, it's going to take you to your different, your courses. You can click on to find which course you're talking about here. But once you're in Canvas, get into this Algebra 2 class, whichever one that you're in, and then you're going to have some very good content right here at the beginning. So on the home page, we have all of those things Mr. Meyering were talking about. You can contact your teachers here with questions via these email buttons. You can learn more about your teacher by clicking these links. Here is the graphing calculator information. I'm assuming many of you have that taken care of already, but if you don't, these are the instructions to help you. If you're getting stuck in the class and you can't figure out an answer to a question or where you're supposed to be going, it's a good idea to get a hold of maybe your base group members, or you can email your teacher. When you're doing it on a specific math assignment, please include details and screenshots. We'll be talking about submitting screenshots and how to do that as we get into the class itself. And then technology help. If you're having a hard time with Wi-Fi, your computer's not working, we can get you some technology help here. And then Principal Anderson has posted some tips for students to be successful in distance learning, and that's what this is down here. So this is just the home page of our class. You're going to spend a lot of time every time you meet a class clicking these links at the top. That's going to be how you get informed and know where you're supposed to go. So this is going to take you to the Google Meet. This is going to have the explanation of what we're going to be doing and what groups you're going to be in. Okay, now math is different. Math is different because when you get to the class, we're going to want you to click on modules because our course is set up module based. I know that every other course at Jefferson is going to allow you to be able to click on the to-do list or the coming up list over here, and you can jump to your assignments. or some of you have different views with your dashboard. In math, it doesn't work that way. You need to get used to clicking on modules, because when it goes into a module, then everything is set up by the weeks. So right now we're in the welcome week. So you're seeing all of our assignments are here. Next week, we start real academic progress. And so you're going to notice in week 1, September 14th to the 18th, we have the assignments you're going to be participating in next week and completing in Canvas. Everything we do is completed in Canvas. All of our homeworks, quizzes, tests, everything in here is taking place in here, and it's all organized by week. And the only way you get that information and the way you understand what a week looks like is to make sure that you're clicking on modules. Okay, now that we've said that, let's take a look at what it looks like. So now I'm going to click on this module, which is then going to open up that assignment in my Canvas page. Now, I know many of you, when you see something like this, you want to hit this next button down here in the corner. Please don't do that. What that does is that jumps to the next Canvas assignment. And I know some people are confused by that. You don't want to use that. You actually want to do this. There actually will be a start button here for you. I actually started this assignment already. You're going to hit the start button up here in this, and you're going to use these controls to jump between the questions. So these arrows are my question jumpers. If you mistakenly go down here and you hit this next button, you're going to the next homework assignment. So please make sure you get that clarification. You can also jump between questions by using the question jumper. So if you were stuck on one and wanted to come back to it, you can do that there. I also want to mention that the slides start out with an introductions or the homeworks, start out with an introduction box or information. You also then have slides and videos posted to teach you what this material is. So these are clickable links. If I click this, it's going to play the video. If I click the plus sign, it plays the video inside Canvas right here, really small. And you can decide if you want to make that bigger or however you'd like to work with that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, 1, make sure that you read through the instructions and watch the videos first. On these early questions, you're going to get some really important information. Secondly, number 2, if you're jumping between questions, you have to use the arrows at the top, not using the next button at the bottom. So this is how I'd go to the next question. So let's say I thought this answer was 11, and I hit submit question. Oh, it's red, it's wrong. I did something wrong, I need to fix that. If you want to keep this question the way it is, that's fine. If you hit the try similar question, now you've got a whole new question again, and maybe you didn't want to do that. So if I thought that this answer was 11 and I hit submit question and it was wrong, if I want to redo this one, I can just type in this box, and maybe the answer is 41, submit question, whatever. Keep working in here. If you go up here by mistake, you're going to get a similar question like it, and you're going to be starting fresh. Okay, just want to make sure that those button controls are clear for you as you navigate through the homework assignment. Then up here, I was working earlier on question number 4, and I did get this question right. So if you get something correct, it does turn it green. And you can see my score up here right now is I've got a score of 1 out of 13, and I've answered 2 of the 13 questions. You can also track that progress by opening up the drop down, and you can see number 2 is wrong, number 4 is correct. I'm done with number 4. You have to have all of these green check marks correct before you're done with an assignment. It will not say that you're done. You'll just have to notice that your score is 13 out of 13 or 10 out of 10 or whatever, and that you have a bunch of green check marks here. If you can't figure out number 2 and you're totally lost and stuck on that, then that's where you reach out to other people in your team or your group, your base group, to be like, hey, how did you guys do number 2? And then you can share strategies from that point forward. And taking screenshots and sharing that information is really what you'd like to do at that point. Yeah, you're right. So I did mention the videos. So the videos that are at the introduction part of the question, but then if you're on, like, let's say you're on number 4, number 5, look at this button right here. Right above the submit button, there's a video. If I click that video, it's then going to allow me to see a video that's going to, in this case, it was a pop-up, so it's kind of small, but you can see that it pops up into a video of how to do that kind of question. So that's the important part of being able to work through those different sections within the course. And now you've had an opportunity to at least see it and then get familiar with it. And any one of us are willing to help you get through Algebra 2.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody can do it. Just got to ask for help if you need help, and we'll all be successful together.
Don't let things wait. Don't table them. Get them taken care of as soon as possible. That was one of the biggest mistakes students did last year, and it just piled up, and we lost engagement. So you guys, I'm looking forward to a great year, and I know the rest of us are too. And good luck, and we look forward to working with you soon.
Bye.